Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Media Awareness. This is Rob. Before I continue, I want to remind you all that the fundraiser continues. For those of you new to my channel or unaware, I am a disabled individual and I use a motorized wheelchair slash scooter all day, every day for my independence, and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter as they view it as a quote luxury item end quote, despite the fact that I am unable to walk whatsoever, in addition to being unable to use any other type of scooter or power chair, or even a standard wheelchair for that matter, as I only have limited dexterity in one hand. In addition to that, I do not have a backup scooter or wheelchair to rely on at the current time. So if my scooter should malfunction as it did a few months ago, I will yet again be a fish out of water, a scenario I want to avoid at all costs. With that stated below the title of this video in the description below, as well as in a separate section below the information pertaining to this video itself, you will find a spot fund link. It is a fundraiser, it's easy to contribute, it takes a few seconds, and any and all help is welcome. I cannot stress that enough. Even $5 or $10 can make all the difference in the world, and you can even contribute anonymously. The purpose of the fundraiser is to assist me with the ongoing refurbishing of my existing scooter, as well as to help me save for the purchase of a new scooter. I arrived at these conclusions following the malfunction, as alluded to a moment ago, whereby my battery charging mechanism had failed entirely, and for roughly 2 weeks I needed to rely on family and friends to push me around my own home, which severely limited my independence. However, it was that long overdue wake-up call that I needed a backup plan, and a backup plan is to have a brand new scooter to use moment to moment, day to day, every day, as well as my existing scooter completely refurbished, waiting in the wings to be used at a moment's notice, if necessary, when necessary. Additionally, at the current time, I'm also attempting to save for the purchase of a wheelchair van. My wheelchair van, unfortunately, has ceased to function, and that is problematic for me in terms of my independence as well. I'm going different places, and although I could use public transportation, after falling off of a bus while getting off of the bus, I'm really reluctant to do so. There is wheelchair accessible transportation for individuals like myself to go places. However, it only runs until a certain time of day, that being 5 p.m. So if I wanted to go anywhere after that, I would need to take public transportation, aka a bus, and I would be risking my life once again, as I kind of hurt my head when I did fall off the bus while getting off of it, as stated. So, with all of that, I do want to really urge you all to do what you can. Any and all help, once again, is welcome. I do want to extend a gracious thanks to those who have contributed thus far, in addition to those who plan on contributing, as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Thank you all. I love you all. Below in the description of this video as well, you will find a link to my video regarding the United States government shutdown and some real significant issues that people in middle class families or individuals and or lower income are going to be facing in the near future unless the government reopens ASAP. So please watch that video if you could as well, and do what you can. I would really appreciate it. Once again, it all means the world to me, and I do really, really appreciate you all. Love you all. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing to Media Awareness and becoming part of the Media Awareness family. I'd love to have you. Also, if you do subscribe, be sure to click the bell icon. That way, you'll will be notified whenever I upload a new video, just like this one. So this is a first reaction to Jimi Jamison performing Eye of the Tiger, and this is from the upcoming release 1998 Live Hits. And of course, Jimi Jamison is the chronologically at least the second vocalist that Survivor, the band, enlisted, at least on studio recordings, and of course Jimi sang some of the biggest hits Survivor had. The Search Is Over, I Can't Hold Back, Rebel Sun Is This Love, just a slew of hits, High on You, and of course Burning Heart, which I had reacted to previously a few weeks ago when that video was dropped. But now we have a new one as of today, and it is Jimi Jamison performing Eye of the Tiger. Now, just for those of you wondering, why he may not sound like, exactly like I should say, the vocals on Eye of the Tiger. Jimi didn't originally sing this song. This was a Survivor hit prior to Jimi joining Survivor. This was sung by the founding vocalist Jimi Bickler, and after Jimi Bickler left, following the recording of the album "Caught in the Game," they enlisted the services of Jimi Jamison to perform with them and record with them for several albums, and off and on throughout the years. And as I mentioned in my previous video with Jimi Jamison, I had the privilege of seeing him live with Survivor not long before his passing. So that was a rather significant experience in my life, and I'm curious to see what this sounds like. So with all of my reactions, you'll find this link below in the description. I do this because the musicians and bands who create this music for us, the fans, do so with the utmost creativity and integrity, and they deserve all the credit in the world for their hard work. So always click on those links. In this case, it is the official Frontier Music link, and as a result, this album, CD and or vinyl, it's also going to be available in, will be available as of December 12th, 2025 from Frontier Music. So pre-order your copies today either from the Frontier link in the actual link for this video, which I will have below, or you can pre-order from anywhere you're comfortable purchasing your music as well. So I'm curious. Just saw this and thought I'd do a reaction. So here we go. Jimi Jamison from the upcoming release 1998 Live Hits, and once again, this is Eye of the Tiger, and I'll be back following this with my assessment. So there you have Jimi Jamison from the upcoming release 1998 Live Hits, where we can experience Jimi Jamison performing assorted Survivor hits as well as his own material. And I'm assuming there wasn't a lot available on the Amazon description. I do have this CD on the Amazon Media Awareness wish list, so you can easily see it there and access it. However, let's talk about this performance. Also, Frontier Music, I was going to actually pull up the cover of the album to show with this video, but I didn't have to. Frontier included it at the end of the live performance there, so that was uh, a less for me to have to do in post editing. So thanks, yeah, appreciate that, Frontier. But yeah, let's talk about this performance. The one thing I remember, there was a interview that I vaguely remember with Jimi Jamison, where he was talking about getting the gig with Survivor, and one of the criteria was that he be able to consistently hit the high C note in Eye of the Tiger. Uh, and I don't know why the piece of knowledge stuck with me all these years and why it's still in my brain. But that was one of those things I remember him stating. And uh, this performance was it was good. I can't say it was the best live performance of Eye of the Tiger or the best live performance featuring Jimmy Jamison either. Um, the band, they were good. They could have been tighter, I feel. They could have been more um, uh, in sync with each other. They sounded good, though. And assuming this was the encore, which it may or may not have been. I guess we'll find out as of December 12th. But unless the track listing is posted prior. But yeah, it it's a good performance. It's uh, not quite as, like I said, as polished or as um, tight as it could have been. It was good though, and I really enjoyed it. And got some great guitar work going on. Bass and drums are really. They are the rhythm section themselves were the tightest amongst the band. The guitars and piano were a little less, um, and they were a bit more fluid than they should have been for a song like "Eye of the Tiger," where that rhythmic uh, uh, pocket is, and they were kind of outside that pocket, but it still worked. And Jimmy's vocals here sound great. He always did sound great, and he always will, as far as I'm concerned. There's only been a few performances I've seen where he really hasn't been at the top of his game, and unfortunately, some of those performances were the ones that were released as videos or live full-length concerts uh, over the years. But it's nice to kind of see this being put out there right now at this point in time. One other thing I should mention regarding this particular release as well uh, is that it looks to be a single disc release, at least from the Amazon description, which means it'll be a CD only and or vinyl, depending on what your choice in format is. Of course, streaming and MP3s as well. But it doesn't appear that we're going to be getting a live concert DVD and or Blu-ray. I could be mistaken, but that does not seem to be in the cards, at least at this time. Um, and if I could only get the Eye of the Tiger back in my life, I'd be doing okay. But I kind of lost that drive due to the current political and sociological climate here in the USA in northeastern Pennsylvania. Um, but maybe I'll feel it. I don't know. But on that note, I really enjoyed this, and don't forget the fundraiser continues. Any and all help, once again, is welcome. I do hope that you can share this video with a friend, with an enemy, with your cat and dog, with your pet ferrets, and any other assorted animals or people that you consider to be animals. It doesn't matter to me. Just share the video. Anyway, this is Rob, and I'll see you all again soon. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night wherever you are, and if at all possible, have the Eye of the Tiger.